I've got a 8-player setup.
Cool.
So, let's see if this works. I suppose just ask people if they're there.
Yep, let's do a round of that. So for the people who are not used to this particular site, we have a particular way of doing this. Is we say that to find out whether people are there, we ask for them to go "Oi" in chat. Hence the list of boys appearing on the screen now. There we go. So,
Wait on 2 players.
side panel eventually. I don't really know what to do about the fact that there are skipped frames. But it's not as if it's a live action game.
Yeah, I wonder if it's I wonder if it's a Twitch issue or something like that. Because I was having that with just on Visual Studio, and Visual Studio isn't exactly a high frame rate.
Yeah.
Anyway, the setup.
Indeed, setup.
Very limited intel in this game, so this is loosely based on something we've played at Manchester Werewolves when we've run low on players at the end of the night. So there's a number of ways of not dying. But there's no direct intel. And I kind of regret putting a courtesan in and not just a wolf. A villager with a wolf petal here, actually. Yeah, maybe we can do that next time.
Okay,
So to just go over the roles for you.
Yep.
There are 2 villagers, but there are 3 people that think they are villagers, because the Lycan is a villager. Well, they think they're a villager, but they will appear as a wolf to any seer check. There is a diseased. They are on the side of the village. If the wolves eat them, they will forfeit their kill the next night. There is a courtesan. Courtesan can choose to roll back a player. If they do, their night action will take place. So if they roll block the wolf that is trying to do the killing, no deaths will happen. There is a protector on the side of the village. They may protect themselves and they may protect other players, but they can't protect the same player 2 nights in a row. If a victim of the werewolves is protected, no deaths happen. Both of the werewolves are shapeshifters, which means once per game they can swap the avatar of the player killed. In addition to the roles, there are 2 items. One villager started off with a Shon room, which will give a seed once every 3 nights, or once every 2 nights if you use it and pass it. And the werewolves have got this device which allows them to speed up the day. So once per game, they can use that to have a very, very short day following, which obviously kills discussion, kills conversation, so it's a hindrance for the village. That all makes sense.
Does to me. I think the interesting one that doesn't really normally come into standard games of werewolves is the courtesan. Obviously, the whole visiting visiting technique comes in. That we can do with online werewolves that we can't easily do without having ridiculously long nights in person.
Yeah, that's the one plus for this mode is that the nights, just as long as they need to be for the discussion to take place for the evil players, not long enough for the moderator to do all the actions that need to be done.
Okay, so let's have a look at what's actually going on in the game. Let's not scroll the live window, because that's not good for everybody. So we had a kill of Azazel.
Azazel.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, and they didn't say anything, so not really a kill for kill's sake. But we have a rollblock claim from Deathstrike. That's always interesting.
Yeah.
It's always a good start, someone actually offering up information.
So the courtesan is probably going to try to block every night to try and find a wolf. Because if there'd been no kill, then they'd be asking, okay, was it a successful block, or did the protector get there? And that's where their information is going to come from this game, mostly.
Yeah. Ooh, people leaning into the roles. That's always fun.
A little bit of RP. Never met anybody. Okay, so you've got a small clear on Deathstrike, I guess. We at least know that Deathstrike was not the killing wolf last night, if they are a wolf, which kind of gives you a 50-50. Maybe they are a villager kind of thing.
Yeah. They're now getting very confused as to whether I said they're confused with as to whether that was a real claim for the seer or not.
Well, there isn't a seer in the game, so
yeah.
there's the Shon room, which will give like a limited seer check. So it's nowhere near as powerful as it being an actual seer, because you'd have to wait. If you kept onto that item, you'd only get one check every 3 nights. It'd take 2 nights to recharge.
Yeah. And this early in the game, you know that you're a villager. You don't know who you're passing it to is a villager. So
Exactly. So
passing it to Deathstrike might be an option.
It might be. So if you can use it night 1. So if you use it night 1 and you get a clear, they're trustworthy. So you can pass it to that person.
True, yes.
But if you claim that you've got just let the howl finish. If you claim that you've got the rune and you're passing it to somebody, then the wolves may kill the person you're passing it to. So there's a little bit of cat and mouse there.
And the Twitch game has not actually updated apparently, so that's fun. Now I need to go to my dashboard manually and set it. I wonder whether it set the title. It's a very good question. Okay.
I'm seeing, so on the Twitch screen, I see Werewolf commentary, I see category Werewolf online, I see an update coming in. Yeah, it was good from my end.
I suspect
Although
Twitch then is being
anyway, okay, no kill. That's interesting.
Yeah, looks okay to me. I'll just do an update just in case. And close that because it'll take up lots of bandwidth. So no death and a roadblock for Storm. And that's interesting. So what have we got in the game again? Keep needing to look that up. Right,
So diseased, being eaten last night, would prevent the death.
Yep.
The protector, successful, would prevent the death.
Mm-hmm.
And the courtesan finding the killing wolf would prevent the death.
Okay.
So,
But the werewolves wouldn't claim roadblock.
if you don't claim
Shit.
roadblock, then the courtesan,
I guess has more
Will.
solid information.
will out you. That's what the wolves could also elect not kill. I suppose that is a fourth option to add confusion.
Of course, yeah.
It's a very risky strategy, I think, because kills are so important. But
Yeah, and you can't shift out if you're roadblocked either, can you?
no, you can't.
Which is
Interesting that Death Strike is getting all the votes here. I wonder what this is based on.
Well, they can't think that they're a shape that they shifted because no one died. This is strange.
Seems odd, but it's calmed down a bit. It's only 2 votes on them. I mean, they're on my maybe lit list, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, claiming roadblock and someone dying. Unless I guess they could be the shifter, the non-killing wolf. They'd get notified that they were roadblocked, and the other one could kill.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Storm has looked at the setup.
This would be interesting, yes, if she claims something that isn't in the list. That would be very amusing.
Any gut feel reads?
I think Angel Dust is a gut read for me.
Gut sauce.
Yeah, gut sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And Death Strike, I think, is a soft lit for me.
Yeah, I agree with Death Strike as being a probable lit. I would probably my gut would lean between Mystique, Shadowcat, and Angel Dust at the moment.
I'm tempted to add Magento to my sus list.
Magneto, your PHP background has betrayed you there, my friend.
Those were the days I hated life.
Right, maybe Angel Dust wasn't so suspicious. Not to say it can be a shift.
It could be a shift, but it's more likely to be.
So the courtesan robot storm again, which is
Kinda
unlikely
sensible.
to work. Well, it's unlikely to work if they were a wolf anyway, because they'd say, "Okay, you take the kill." There's two wolves, remember, and they can choose which one does the killing.
Right. Okay.
I'm suspicious of so many people.
Yeah,
Magneto's not saying much. Iceman's not saying much. No one's claiming the room, so perhaps they're going to need to start some ball rolling here.
Yeah, I mean, Magenta.
Magneto.
Just voted for Iceman without saying anything, which is interesting.
I mean, Mystique is now trying to get
Out the room
game
holder,
rolling,
yeah.
so that's they go up in my estimation for that.
Either that or they're trying to out the person with the root so they can kill them.
Well, it has to get used and then passed around.
Yeah.
I mean, Mystique is doing a good job of trying to organise the village here,
Yes. Yeah.
which is always needed.
And
So,
also
when
asking
we
for
played-
whys,
Yeah.
Thank you, guys, folks, for the bits there. Appreciate it. Tomorrow, or wait until tomorrow to go to bed. That doesn't tell anybody why you think Iceman.
So when we played this setup in person, or a very similar thing, what we did as Village was claim that we are one of the power roles, but we didn't say which ones we were. And then if you ended up with 4 claims for power roles, then you know you've got a wolf in there. And you kind of like split the village in half and try to go from there. So here's a claim of court.
Yep, so Iceman is claiming court, giving the knights as well, which is... I mean, they haven't made a mistake, so...
So
should be fair.
Iceman has claimed court, but Magneto has... Oh no, sorry, I misread that.
Magneto switched off.
No, I thought that Magneto was counter-claiming, but I just misread it. That was me being... They've left it too late to do anything now. I think they should no lynch, because it's an even number as well. It's usually better to lynch on odd.
Yeah, unless they really believe that Storm is a wolf.
I mean, it might have been prudent for the Protector out at that point, and say who they protected. The night there was no death, because if Azazel had the rune, then they weren't the disease, and the rune is missing.
Yes, or at least being kept quiet.
I would see no reason to keep it this quiet for this long.
Yeah. I mean, if I were the Protector, I'd be protecting probably Iceman at this point.
Yeah.
Because you still don't have anyone else with more information.
That could be a shift.
That could well be a shift. Oh, Death Strike. Oh, yes. Much heart.
That's good.
Okay.
So Iceman says you blocked Magneto.
And says Magneto confirm.
Taking a while. I mean, I quite like doing that from Deathstrike.
Yeah, I actually like it. Yeah.
Because
I think it avoids the fake claim.
I mean, there was no counter to Iceman before, so I don't think there. Although, if there was a shift into him, no, I like that. That's trying a strategy. That's somebody thinking about ways to catch people out. I think that puts Deathstrike up my lit list.
No, I think, yeah, I mean, Mystique doesn't like it, and I get that if they'd have blocked Storm, and Storm was a shift, then yes, that would have been even more useful.
I think they're going to need a full claim here. I'd be leaning towards Shadowcat and Magneto, probably. That's based on Iceman being the courtesan, Mystique. There aren't two court claims, are there? No, I think they made the same mistake I did when they read.
They did. Yeah, that's fair. So Shadowcat has the whole AFK thing, which
convenient excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Shadowcat would add Lynch over Magneto, but I think they're possibly both wolves based upon trusting Mystique and Deathstrike. Court is uncontested from Iceman. I mean, this is where we could be completely wrong about Mystique.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at Snipe, Magneto and Shadowcat both on Deathstrike.
Yeah.
That's our two wolves.
Yep. I think I agree. And Iceman is being pulled along in the... Oh dear. I mean, I think, yeah, Deathstrike is, completely correct.
Yeah, Deathstrike was correct, but Mystique was playing the helpful wolf.
Yeah.
Right about Magneto. Wrong about Shadowcat, but I think at that point they have to claim diseased. So Angel does probably had the rune and went. OG Mag. So there was a shift. And Storm was the wolf that we got.
Right. Yeah.
Well played, Wolves.
Yeah, they even managed to get past the being blocked twice in a row, and actually managing to hope that it didn't happen the third time, and it didn't. Well done. Kofono has missed the howl but not the rooster.
Oh, I've not heard from Kofono for ages.
You have to join in.
They stopped playing some of the extended games because they're in Australia, so it's not great on the time zone.
But the new time zones might actually...
Indeed, there is that. I really need to automate the starting of these games now, though, because it's not at any time of the days.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Death Strike did get get dealt a bad hand there.
I like how Death Strike played, though.
Yeah,
So,
it's very me or Martin Rue kind of. Lead the village, lead the village. Oh shit, I'm being lynched for leading the village.
Well, with Martin Rue, he's if he sometimes does that, he ends up being the Wolf MVP. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. You kind of get the knowledge of the team. It's like, yeah, but that's how he always is. It's like, yeah, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, Mystique pulled the wool over our eyes that game anyway, with being the helpful.
Yes, yeah, very
helpful
well,
wolves,
very
so.
well done. Yeah.
Well played, Savvy.
Yep. Someone Oz has posted an emoji. Hey there. Don't know who that is.
Stream links,
Oh,
please refrain from posting links. So I tried to.
Yeah, hang on. I'll.
I assume you can do that.
Yeah, I was gonna actually mod you, but I can't now. Click on you because Streamlabs. So we're going to
Number 23.
number 23.
5 in.
No, don't alt tab and then immediately click on the right. Okie dokie. Cool. What link were you trying to paste?
The link to number 23.
Ah, right. Okay. Right. So if you say something in the Twitch chat, then I can I can mod you. I think. No. Okay. Mod user. There you go. There.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Streamlabs should not upset you in future. Should ignore you. Unless you speak directly to it. You know what I mean. Yeah, I guess it is quite late for you, Kofana. I'm assuming that about 12 hours, so 4 a.m.-ish?
Oh, it's your header, not Twitch, that says Twitch sings.
Oh!
And then
I
your actual
see
display.
what you mean. Yeah, good point. Yes, that I can change easily.
Oh, so you spelled my name wrong. You're supposed to know German.
What? Where? Oh, God damn it.
There's 2 S's.
Okay. 2 S's. Alright. Yes. Thank you for the bits. Save that, and that will switch. Okay, cool. And that one. No.
Stein.
Stein.
So that's it.
There we go. That should be better in a minute and a half's time. Okay, 23 on my other browser. Yay, multiple browsers. And we have 7 so far.
Yeah, 7 will work.
If you have a setup for 7?
I can make something up. So I'm thinking of doing a what we call Rob Sears, coined after well, the person that came up with the idea for it, who you will have met at Manchester Werewolf, Rob.
Oh yeah.
There's multiple types of seers. You think you don't know which one you are. So part of the game is trying to figure out what your role is, as well as who the wolf is. It is fun.
Okay. Cool.
Well, it's like a simultaneous equation as a logic puzzle as you're playing the game.
Right.
I enjoy it, but it does split opinion.
Okay, cool. Right, let me get ready to copy across the rules.
Yeah, I think we should do some for the stream.
Okay. I am prepared to have my brain burned. Yeah, there are certain games where I do go, ow. People are not liking this.
Well,
The themes. Yes, okay. Yes. So, do you want to tell people a bit about the April Fool game?
well, yeah, where to start? So, someone sent me a message with an idea for like a dynamite, where if you can hold on to it and you get a rough idea for how long there is left to burn on it. But obviously not give too much away, because where would the fun be in that? Which was the first domino to topple, which set this up. So last year, you've seen the polymorph potion, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
So last year I added that in, which turned someone into a parrot and changed all their text from English to squawks and roars. So I was obviously going to do something this year. But because of last year's game, about 1 million people joined. And I wasn't really prepared for the amount of people that were in there. We ended up starting with 58. So I needed something that would whittle the game down fairly quickly so it didn't drag on and everything for everybody. I didn't have enough new material like I had for the New Year's game. So the dynamite was the first thing that toppled, so I put some of those in. The other things that were added, paperweight, which came with a warning to keep away from other explosions. And I added a neighbours mechanic. So Savvy Steve in the list, for example, is neighbours with Medjed and Shooter. And Guimo at the bottom is neighbours with Fight and Medjed.
Okay, yeah.
List is a circle, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you're holding a paperweight and someone next to you has got something that explodes like a dynamite, the paperweight will explode because it's made by Acme, and we all know what Acme is like.
Okay.
So, what happened was it's like lots of people have got these acme paperweights. Some people have got dynamite, and the game ended with a large explosion because the wolves had managed to place enough paperweights in a cluster of people and then lob dynamite over when it was about to explode.
Nice.
They were the main parts of it. Anyway, I feel like this has got legs for being game mode in itself. So a bit 2 rooms and a boomy, but we can discuss that at a later date. I'm probably going to run with it and try to design it and code it on stream. And yeah, I'll set this game going because it looks like we're only going to get 7, and then we can discuss that a little bit later.
Yeah, cool.
Dokie.
I suppose I am. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Why are we waiting? Yes, it's going to be chaos.
Do we have 7 people that said yes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing shooter.
And Look has joined the game, so now we have 8.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, but that assumes the shooter's actually here.
Yeah, I've forgotten shooters. Shooter's recently changed his Discord link. I forgot what to.
Resist urge to click in Discord and click about and mess up the video call. I mean, we can still play the Sea game on 7.
Yeah, he doesn't respond.
Yeah, this is the wonderful thing about streaming games.
People join and then wander off.
Yeah, and there's not a lot for us to talk about whilst people are getting together.
Well, there is, but unfortunately we get carried away and then
other people wander off.
we spend too long gassing rather than starting.
Yeah. Okay. It is indeed highlighted as folks.
So here you go. This is a head foot game.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to explain all the seers. So each one of the seer variants gets a message saying you are a seer. They have the exact same message, right?
Yeah.
This obviously the normal seer works as you expect. They see wolves and lichens as wolves. villagers as villagers. The insane seer sees that reversed. The paranoid seer sees everybody as a wolf. And the naive seer sees everybody as a villager. Okay?
Right.
So you've got four people that don't know what kind of seer they are in the game. You've also got a lycan and a villager, so they both think they're villagers, but one will be a wolf check and one will be a villager check.
Right.
And then, just to add to the chaos, there's a crossbow been randomly assigned. And the wolf is a shapeshifter, so it can jump into players. So
nice.
You've got a
Hello.
yeah, so you've got what I'd call a simultaneous equation going on. You're trying to work out who the wolf is at the same time as trying to figure out what your role is, and then go from there. I find the best strategy as a wolf here is to try and kind of like pick a role to play from day one rather than trying to backfill.
Yeah, I mean that's always a good idea. If you're going to claim seer as a wolf, you're gonna get questioned on your checks.
Yeah. So if you start that narrative early on,
yeah,
in the game, and you're thinking, oh well, you're being suspicious, so I'm going to check you, etc. That's
the book.
Why would you do that? Poor shepherd.
Poor book.
Also, given Niska announced checking shepherd, and Bester said everyone check Shep, that is, in my opinion, a really bad kill.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
If they killed Lycan, it's going to screw everybody up. But if it was a villager, they now get more information about where their checks are, what their checks are like.
Ouch! I'm trying to do the calculations in my head, and I'm trying to work out whether it would be a good game to shift on night one.
If you know everybody is checking you, yes. Okay, so they've got 4 seer claims. That's the right amount. So it says that either villager or the Lycan was killed, or of course they killed a seer and the wolfers claimed a seer. But have they got checks that line up with there being 4 different types of seer?
That's a very good question. So we've got
wolf, 2 said villager, 2 said wolf, which is what you'd expect.
Yeah.
So that lines up with what seer claims are. So lynch one of the non-seer claims.
Wait, it's got to get down to final 3 for the wolf to win, right?
Oh.
Yeah, final 2, basically.
Oh yeah, the wolf has got a hard game. The wolf can't play this passively, I don't think.
Because everyone thinks they've got information.
But yeah, operative is saying the same thing. So if we had a simpler setup here, he said laughing at himself and and everybody checks the same person, that person goes on to die, you then know, okay, they were probably villager, but I got a wolf check there before I'm one of these 2 seers.
Yeah.
So that's why they try to get everybody to check the same person, so they can corroborate that. So as a wolf, you probably want to keep them alive for a bit, because then you just say, well, what kind of seer am I? This has reduced the options, shall we say.
Yeah. The other just thanks for more bits. The other thing with it is, if you get everyone to check someone, then everyone's checking them and then shift into them.
Yeah.
That would have been even more fun.
Like this game, this setup is a bitch on both sides, though. Which is one of the reasons why I like it.
Carthono seems to think that the village should be able to get it in 2 nights.
So at this point, you can. I think it was a mistake not to lynch one of the non-seer claims there.
Because you've got a lichen and... I keep forgetting to keep that up. A lichen and a villager.
Yeah.
What? I assume then that there is night chat for non-wolves?
You can type, you can have the thing ready and press enter as soon as it goes to daytime. The text box doesn't disappear. So you can have stuff prepared in there. And I've used it as a village power roll before to get my claims ready.
Yeah.
And then just press enter and say, yep, I've got this, and this. And then fill out the information that I've just seen at the daybreak. So I'm trying to do this without putting things into like a spreadsheet.
Yeah. Now, Niscus claiming to shoot someone and the wolf killed them. That's not a bad wolf claim. I don't know.
It would be well, if I was a wolf that picked up the crossbow anyway, I'd maybe claim that and then hold on to it.
Yeah.
For the last night.
Yeah. This is what I'm thinking. Is that if you end up with the crossbow and you're a wolf, you claim to have used it, and then you get two kills when you
get to parity. Yeah. Oh, that would be evil. I love it.
You know me, I like to think of all the possible ways that it could be screwed over. I like it to be complicated. It's never complicated enough.
Here's some fun times for you. I'm going to attempt to eat this on stream without getting it everywhere on my beard at some point.
See, I don't generally look at your camera whilst I'm streaming. I'm too busy trying to think of the wording and things. I've got the
yeah, right. So.
Wow. Okay. Can I be insane? If you want to.
It's an interesting way of wording it. That's like rather than I think I might be insane. It's like more of a, can I be insane? Is that okay for me to claim? River concerned of a shift here.
Yeah, there's people suggesting that Jane might have been a shift. No.
Like, coordinating the checks are strong.
People are saying no. That was a shot there.
That went.
It seemed to suddenly go very quickly. Okay, so
I think it was a mistake them not lynching, operative.
you think operative is sus?
Well, he wasn't one of the seer claims.
Ah, right, okay. So yeah, neither was Higgins. So,
and the way that you had 4 very quick claims that all matched up, like there was no tension in the claim, shall we say? There was 2 wolf checks and 2 villager checks immediately. It made me think, okay, we'll just lynch the people that aren't claiming.
okay, so we got 2. We got paranoid. River got another village check. Did you check yourself?
You can't check yourself.
Yeah.
Because
so
that you could just spend a night checking yourself to figure out how to narrow down it in between.
This is
there is no chaotic seer, Niska, so good luck with that.
yeah, I really hope that he's a wolf and has the crossbow.
Yeah, I mean, now you've said that, I'd be thinking, because normally if it's down to 4, I'd say we shouldn't lynch here.
Yeah.
But this could be the last night if he's lying. So.
I just love it when it goes crazy.
Should we wait one more night? So operative and this can't both be wolves, so I need to choose right. I think it's your choice, mate.
Is safe.
Niska's lied, the game ends with no lynch.
Yeah.
But I think that would be such a bold play.
It would be so good.
It would be so good. I hope you're right. I hope that's what's happened, because that would be amazing.
I always hope for the most complex answer.
Like, all the other seer checks are lining up, so either the wolf is playing. Right. If the operative hasn't shifted. Oh shit, he might just smite out operative. Yeah, come on, do something. Vote, operative. Oh, for God's sake.
now Niska could just end the game right here.
Right,
Before they
that's
even
game
wake
over.
up. Yeah. It is game over, but well, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if the wolf is extremely honourable and chooses not to kill here, you know, I was wrong about operative being killed.
Please have the bow and the wolf. Amazing. And just wake up and there's only the wolf alive.
If there's only the wolf alive, then yeah, that's fine. Then, you know, go for it, wolf. You would win there anyway.
Ooh.
Niska
It was! It was Niska!
must have shifted into. Surely.
That was, yeah, wow. Yes, it was. Okay. Bester shifted into Niska. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Oh, I misread that. I thought the operative had not claimed. Oof, oh God.
Yeah, that's wow. I mean, he
well,
kind of handed
Poor
it.
on our part.
Yeah, I really. Had he had the crossbow, just so. I want those kinds of weirdnesses that no one thinks of but me.
I would have been very happy if that were the case, but unfortunately, we didn't get that right. Okay, do you see the hilarity? How much of this cream and jam do you reckon I get on my face?
Well, this is the joy of being a beardy.
Is it the tradition we have like our scones at Christmas, not Christmas, Easter. This is definitely not Christmas, is it?
No, I know time is very weird at the moment, but it's
definitely
not that
Christmas.
weird. Yeah.
Wish me luck.
Feel good.
Only a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 8 already. 9. Yay! Excellent.
This is excellent. We might be able to get a proper game going.
Less crazy games. Well,
Yeah.
maybe. Depends
Varied craziness.
on- Yes. Absolutely.
This is why I don't eat soup in public anymore.
Oh, eating soup with a beard is just definitely different. Have you seen? I don't know whether I can see if I can bring up. Have you seen the mask beard meme?
No.
Okay, let's see if I can get to my favorites. Let's see if I can bring it up. And I will post it in Werewolves. Yes, okay.
It'd be nice to get 3 more players so we can have the 12 there.
It would be nice. Okay. Let's see whether this actually works. doesn't expand. Damn it. Okay. I tell you what. I'll pop it on the screen.
Good night, Carl.
There we go. Shane! We have a Shane.
Yay! So Shane got a new role in the April Fool's game.
Why does this not surprise me?
Well, I gave him a blacksmith role.
Blacksmith? What does a blacksmith do?
A blacksmith can make items.
Ooh.
So Shane started by making abysmal armor, and then a rusty crossbow, and then a rusty armor. So,
I mean, if it's like, yeah, the idea of blacksmithing and something out of blacksmithing being rusty, just a little bit on the edge, but you know.
it's Shane. He managed it somehow.
Happy Easter, Kofomo. Thank you again for the bits. Yeah, okay.
So I'm now seeing that the delay of me actually eating this thing. 12, hooray!
12, yes, nice. Okay, let's have my other tablet open. So
I'm going to do a more classic setup, shall we say?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't. I think you're about the only person who does give me bits, but it's appreciated. Honestly, I just hope that we're entertaining enough for you to get your money's worth.
I still don't understand all the Twitch stuff. Right.
Bits are just pennies, basically.
Okay.
Bits are people throwing pennies at you.
Without the pain.
But yeah. They're throwing the pennies into the weird guitar case. Not even playing a guitar, so something like that.
Okay. I think I have a setup. Okie dokie. Let's make sure we've got everybody.
Shane not eyeing. Wow.
I know.
Wow. Oh dear. Oh, Shane, did I? Yeah.
Okay, right, fine.
No, still no.
Yeah, we need to work.
You see, this is where Shane is now commenting on our conversation about blacksmith. It's like this is where having a stream delay that was built into the game would be handy.
I agree. I also... Okay, so everyone's there. Okay, starting.
Yay!
We're going traditional speed game.
Woohoo!
Would some speed games of Spanish Wolves be without the Matrix theme?
Indeed. Right, okie dokie. No items. Okie dokie. So, villagers, protector, shapeshifters, bloodletter hasn't been on this episode.
It hasn't.
So...
I'll explain that in a moment. I'm just taking this opportunity to eat a scone while no one's looking at my face.
Okay, fair enough. That's. I mean, now you've given them yeah, no, the time delay doesn't help.
I realised this was a mistake.
So let's see if I get this right then. Bloodletter is a seer on the side of the wolves.
No, that would be a bloodhound.
That would be bloodhound. Okay.
The bloodletter is there to screw up the seer. So the bloodletter can choose to mark a player at night with wolf blood. So that night and the subsequent night, because it takes a while to disappear, the seer will get a wolf check on that player.
Okay.
So the wolves can effectively frame somebody. So you can trust your players. Getting a villager check is going to be good in this game. You know that they are definitely a villager. Doesn't stop them getting shifted into later, but you know we always have that issue on Spanish Wolves. But if you get a wolf check, then they can just say, "Well, I must be marked with wolf blood."
Okay, so there are 3 wolves out of
Yeah,
12.
2 shapeshifters and 1 bloodletter.
Okay.
If we end up in a situation where both the shapeshifters are dead, the bloodletter will revert into a normal killing wolf, and they'll lose that ability.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And for people who may not be aware, the gravedigger is someone who gets to see the entire role of the corpse in the graveyard.
Yes, sorry, the gravedigger is new to the stream, isn't it? So once a player is dead, the gravedigger can check them to find out what they were.
Excellent. Right. So
I should know that because we've got 12 players, nights are a little bit longer, so it gives the wolves time to scheme, time to plan together, discuss what they might be claiming and saying. And if we had a faction like the Covenant that require a lot of coordination, this is particularly useful for them to have the longer night. So you and I need to fill the dead air.
indeed.
The conversation with like adults is good. But we only need 30 seconds now.
Now I'm quite impressed if Switch can keep this whole switching mode thing up. This would be I go for it, but that seems like something that's it's going to be hard to do.
A good challenge.
Yeah. Icebox highlighting messages because he can. And the woman in red was killed. Oh dear.
Were you paying attention to me, Neo? Looking at the one with the red dress. Look again.
Yeah, I mean it's a meme. There's not a lot you
Switch,
can get
yes.
from that. Wow.
This film is over 20 years old, Martin.
I know. That's mean to say, though.
Mouse always misreads it as an evil door. I always misread Monica as Monkia.
Okay, yeah.
Random fact for the day that you didn't need to know.
Yeah, no. I read certain things. Shop fitter is always shoplifter to me. So and so and sons shoplifters, just proudly written on the side of their van. Yeah.
Okay, so Oracle giving a little bit of confusion to the game here with just a general suspicion, but making it sound like it was a seer check.
Yeah, but that's an attempt at RP, I think.
Absolutely, and it's encouraged.
Yeah.
I think I've had too much sugar today, and I can start to. I'm gonna be a fucking nightmare for the rest of the stream. I think. I'm sorry. I'm about to go hyper.
Much as I'm impressed at switching modes like this, they did switch to confused mode. That's
Yeah, I think they're playing up to something there. Maybe I should have put a Tanner in.
Yeah, Tanners always make things fun.
Okay, let's start getting serious here and putting together what we think of people. So we can at least get one correct prediction this stream.
Okay, I was gonna say Neo, but he typed "we should" and then corrected himself to "shouldn't," which. So we've got two confused. We've got Morpheus being confused. That's
Brown is it depends on the use of the word confused. Brown is said it in a way that puts him on my sus list. So confused theory has come a long way. The research on it is getting better with each passing week.
right. Okay.
Yeah, we've got people at Harvard studying this shit now.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I think the latest research says that the context in which used is important.
Okay.
So 75% of the time it works every time.
Okay. And 73.2% of statistics are made up on the spot, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. Right. So, yeah, I think Brown is on my source list just because not really adding much and saying that they're so confused right now. I mean, Oracle's saying that we should let the seer do them. That's fine, but can we get them to check them first?
I think the point that's being made here is the village is trying to say, if I was a seer, I would check this person, and the village is saying that would be a suboptimal thing to do because you're just advertising where the blood letter should go.
Right, yes.
So the village could be with consensus of, we have suspicion on this person, so let's get a seer check. It's bad choosing.
Okay, and Mouse not really adding things with the playing around with the theme, which is fine, but don't let it go on too long. I mean, I get it, there's not that much information yet, so...
You can start, but like I say, everybody piling wants to know Lynch rather than just gut feels, even if the Lynches don't go through, is losing information from the village. I think it's always interesting to see what happens in these situations where you've got some people are trying to get useful conversation going, and some people continue with random crap rather than.
Yeah.
If it's RP and it's RP directed at moving the game forward, that's fine. But sometimes you just get random RP, which is not moving the game forward, and then that is, if not suspicious, it's anti-village play.
Yes. This is why Mouse sits squarely on my sus list. Even after the night beckons, and I don't think Oracle saying I foresee a restless night ahead of us is that sus at that point. But him chiming in on it, just feels like it's playing off on the thing, trying to keep the conversation away from anything useful. But again, as always with these things, we are on the outside, and people should not be using our information that is flawed in the game. Just in case any of you are listening.
If you are listening to this, we have an awful track record of getting these things correct, so you really should just ignore everything we're saying for the most part.
Pretty much.
No death.
No death.
See, I like Oracle's RP here.
That's good, yeah.
So barring a 3 wolves being two wolves being away from keyboard and choosing not to kill, there are 2 ways that you could get no death here: Actor or Woman in Red was diseased. So was Woman in Red doing anything to throw herself under the bus? I see my impending doom on boobs is literally the only thing she said on day 1.
Yeah, which is, again, it might be pushing herself under the bus, but that's not that lot, not that much. Okay. Shane has highlighted him saying Shane. Okay, great. Trinity claiming GD. What? I don't actually see Trinity claiming.
No, Morpheus kind of jumped on that.
Yeah, I think that was more a conclusion than than information given. This is, I hate to say it, confusing. Why?
See, after being burned in a previous game earlier on this day, Smith is saying true things and sort of useful things, but not huge amounts.
Yes.
So they are continuing to highlight
logicy things.
Yeah, but they continue to highlight that wolf checks aren't great. Villager checks are better. That also sets the thing of if it's almost setting up something that if he gets checked as a wolf, he can say, "Look, I've been saying all game that wolf checks aren't great."
Yeah.
Because he's been seeding this idea that the bloodletter is going to be fantastic at getting the people that the seer is checking.
Excellent. Someone's actually suggesting someone to lynch. This is a great situation. It actually gets conversation going.
Yep. I am pro lynching pretty much every day.
Yeah, it's always good to lynch.
Yeah, unless there are exceptional circumstances, I think. It's the camp I fall into. I mean, it doesn't have to be a random lynch, right? You start with gut instinct, and then you have conversation, and you build on from there.
Absolutely.
And then that is always the way it goes, and you can change your mind throughout the day.
That Neo said, "Geez, no, I'm not going to comment on that actually."
Trend sounds good for a lynch from Neo, but why? Are you biting your tongue because you don't influence the game?
I'm biting my tongue because I don't want to read into it what I think I read into it. Yeah. Okay.
How has
I like the fact that Trinity is actually suggesting people to lynch because it's getting the conversation going.
Yeah.
Smith doesn't like that. What does ASV mean?
Anti-smite vote. So you recall from the previous game, the player was smited for not voting. It's to prevent AFKers causing issues, basically. Also to prevent wolves pretending to not be there. Stifles the game.
I'm kind of enjoying Oracle's RP, but
yes.
but I'm not sure they're actually doing anything else. I mean, again, could be a really helpful wolf, but
Okay, let's try a different tactic here, right then. Let's go down the list, and you just say whether your gut is hard or soft, sus or safe. Okay.
Okay.
Based on what you can remember from their interaction. Morpheus.
Soft good.
Mouse.
Bad. Fairly hard.
Brown.
Soft bad.
Oracle.
Soft good.
Neo.
Unconvinced. Either way.
Tank. Jones.
Probably bad. Soft bad, I would say.
Dozer.
Good, I think.
Smith.
Soft bad.
Switch.
No read.
Trinity.
Fairly convinced good.
Well, interesting that you've all of the agents you have a suspicion on.
Yeah, the themes can throw me off. They really can. And does it? Okay. Okay, so.
Oh, let's not say things like that.
Please, no. Let's move swiftly on.
Oracle.
Yeah, okay.
I want to give Oracle some sort of gift. This has been brilliant.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Although she's almost doing the Deanna Troy stating. Stating.
What the hell are you doing? I'm sensing much anger in this person.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like some information to start coming in.
And there has been 3 checks, I think.
Yeah.
3 villager checks. I would certainly be coming forward there, hoping for one more night with the seer, and then launching into the uncontested.
Okay, so
Like, Tank does seem to, with very little counter suspicion, be going hard against Trinity.
yeah.
And
Claim.
okay, actual claim from Brown.
Village on Dozer. Shit. And Brown claiming GD.
Ah, okay. We have information now.
Okay. Wolf check on Neo and Morpheus.
Well,
Yeah.
Brown is playing GD. I'm not seeing any
And
counter
the woman
claim.
in red was diseased. Apparently.
Okay.
Nia claiming Vil. Morpheus Villager. Ten people alive.
So we had Sus on Brown, but he's an uncontested GD, so I'm going to move him off. I don't mind Trinity's suspicion of them, but it makes sense of maybe why they would be lurky. Neo and Jones are on my sus lists, and they've both got Wolf-It on now. Why are people still on Trinity?
Now still pushing for Trinity. Yeah. Switching to Neo. Huh.
Character bias, main character. To be fair, that does happen.
Yeah.
And it's a good argument from them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they're both playing villagers, so
Yeah. I mean, if you damage a villager at this point is recoverable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Collateral damage.
Yeah. I still think Mouse is pushy. Maybe they're just a pushy villager, but there was a couple of things like the continuing the non-game discussion that put me thinking of him anyway. Shades of this clear sign of villageness. Not according to me, apparently. Apparently, if you're wearing shades.
They did fight hard there. I mean, if I was a villager in that situation, I think what I would be doing is more or less accepting my fate, because there's evidence against me. I don't have a strong claim. The wolves are going to pick between the seer and the gravedigger tonight, probably, right? And the gravedigger is going to check the lynch. So I'd be saying, okay, I know you're going to lynch me. Here are my suspicions.
Yeah.
Because once the gravedigger can get information out of it, yes, we just lynched the villager, so we were wrong about that.
I
from
would
a good from a good of the village side of things, I think make peace with the fact that you're going, and then give your assessments best you can. If you're the wolf pack here, who do you prioritize killing?
I would prioritize, because there's a protector, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
So I would go for the gravedigger, because the protector is likely to protect the seer.
Yeah.
And then you get the gravedigger, and then you get the seer the next time.
Yeah, and the gravedigger prevents that kind of information about Neo on.
Yeah.
Where you will end. But the protector might think this as well. This is the wine in front of me situation. I think the protector should definitely go between one of the two.
Yes.
It's like, is the gravedigger more useful? Well, there goes the gravedigger. The claimed uncontested.
Yeah. That was very. I like the fact that Oracle immediately followed by the seer pointing out that they're a villager.
It's given me much amusement, this game.
Yeah.
I am suspicious of Tank here. Ooh. The night that they check Neo is kind of important. because it kind of invalidates the I'm the main character argument that if they were bloodlet, they would have been bloodlet night 1 because of the main character bias. They checked them on night 3.
Yeah. Is a full claim a good idea at this point?
There's only the protector left that's not outed.
I think that, yeah, I don't think that's actually worth doing because we know we've got a dead gravedigger, we know we've got a seer, and the
protector. You've got a dead diseased. I think the protector should stay hidden.
Yeah, I would say the protector should stay hidden.
So, yeah, Morpheus is going to get lynched anyway because they're a chat, but unless they're the bloodletter, you would have assumed that if they were indeed a wolf, they would hightail it out of there.
Yeah.
And then I think you still have to shift into the gravedigger at that point, but it's better than getting lynched outright. You make them doubt things and you throw misinformation in this gravedigger and hope to cause some confusion.
I think for 2 reasons, Oracle is now a prime target to shift into. One, you've seen how she's playing and leaning into the RP, and to claim a cleared villager. And if you think you can keep up that RP,
if you can keep it up, that's the skill of it.
Yeah. I think if Morpheus managed to survive, then Oracle would be the person to be shifted into.
I'm not sure if I just disagree with Tank's approach to the game or not, or I genuinely find them suspicious, but they do seem to, in fact, they're super focused on Trinity and nothing else because Trinity's trying to get people in.
Yeah. And Mouse still also mega after Trinity.
Wolves generally aren't that aggressive in going after the let's get lynching. Generally.
Shane's trying to start something in the Twitch chat by highlighting his name and then Orc also highlighting his name. Okay.
It was an uncontested gravedigger, mate.
Yeah.
I have foreseen disaster tomorrow. So have I, Oracle, so have I.
Yeah, if all 3 wolves are still alive, Morpheus didn't fight too much, so probably villager. Neo, if we're lucky, if the village is lucky, was wolf. But that's the only hope here.
Yeah, it's that thing in the back of my mind of that if 2/3 wolves are shapeshifters, if Morpheus has got a seer check on them as a wolf, and they're a shapeshifter, they would be shifting that night.
Yeah.
that makes me doubt the lynch a little bit more because of that. Tank's got a laser focus on one person, so I'm suspicious of that.
Yeah, I would say Tank, Mouse, Jones, probably.
I do think Neo was probably a wolf.
I think, yeah, maybe. Maybe it's just Tank and Mouse that are left. Maybe. I don't know. I just...
So, are you thinking Tank is a wolf for the same reason as I am?
Well, that could be a shift. That could well be a shift.
Yeah. Why is Trinity not dead?
Trinity's a village. Trinity's not dead.
I don't understand why Lucy is not dead.
Shift from Tank to Switch.
Please say we got a wolf, switch into hope mode. That was in that talking about the lynches, wasn't it? Mouse and Jones have put Trinity on trial after Twitch has claimed she's village.
Yeah.
But I think the wolves were correct to go for the gravedigger that night, but I would assume that the follow-up on that would be to get the seer, so...
Yeah, that's the trouble with shifting into a seer, is that then people go, why is the seer still alive?
Yeah. Or you could shift Oracle. Because you know they're not going to get checked again.
Especially... if you think you can keep up the...
It's such a weird kill. Oracle has got a clear on them. Switches claim seer, and Tank dies.
Yeah.
So, you've got the village already suggesting that that's a shift.
Yeah. I feel like it was a shift as well.
It's like, where did they go?
I would say to Switch.
So you miss your chance to kill the seer right there, because...
Yeah. No, I think the whole I don't think the wolf will clear me doesn't track. I've been a wolf and cleared a villager, a shifted seer and cleared or claimed seer and cleared a villager to get them on side.
Oh yeah.
Many a time. That's a fairly standard tactic of mine, actually.
Would you know Lynch here? It's you know the wolves aren't at 3. 6 is the same as 5 in terms of like parity. You know you have at least one wolf between Neo and Morpheus.
If I didn't have strong feelings, then yes. But if I had strong feelings, then I would.
I think I would have opted for no lynch that day, actually, because this could be the parity
That
kill
could be
night.
it. Yeah, it could. I think a local law switch has been shifted into personally. They're both targets.
I wonder if Tank, with us having suspicion on them, made them panic and shift.
Yeah.
We mention him a lot.
Stop
Switch.
doing that.
Yeah.
Do
Switch
not
not
listen
dying.
to us. And that's the trick to kill.
So they have lynched 2 wolves.
Okay.
Not 3 though, so Jones, Morpheus, Neo, there were 2 wolves out of those 3.
I would say Jones. I think. Counterclaim thought. What? Infinities was before the died, yeah.
So Smith, yeah. I do know Lynch here at Village. But I'm thinking shifting to switch, maybe.
Yeah.
I've not looked at their typing enough.
Yeah, I think it was switch. I'm not going to say why. Okay, I would at this point, even though claimed Sia, still alive, claimed Sia, Lynch switch.
I would know Lynch today.
We're down to I guess. Okay, yeah.
It's 4, so it's a no Lynch take in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if the wolves now kill someone that you've got a 50-50 suspicion on, then you get a nice sway to the person that you
Yeah, I don't want to
The only thing is
discuss strategy too much at this point.
Yeah, this is true. It is a bit difficult.
I'd talk generally rather than in the specifics for this game.
Yeah, there's always fun with the shapeshift. Not using it too early gives you the ability to use it late. We did have 2 shifters, so even if the tank death was a shift, there is a potential shift left. And yeah.
that was the only thing that Switch could claim at this point.
Yeah.
I think, because everything else had gone, so it is between those two.
Yeah, I mean it's obvious, but it's between those two. We're gonna get down to 3, which would then get parity the next day. Shit. Oh, I still say it's Switch, but I love that they called out Oracle stopping and then
their own.
and then defended their own stopping as well. So it's also worth pointing out that at this point, wolf checks would be real.
Yes. I'm trying to think if when they would have got the last one. It's possible that you still got some wolf blood hanging around from previous ones, but
well, we were at 6, 5. Possible. Yeah. Which puts us back here tomorrow, but without mouse.
yeah, there's no way that they go for anyone other than Mouse. You would just kill Mouse. So.
Okay, sure.
So Mouse and Smith have made the decision to go for Switch.
Okay, that's fair. I think they're right.
So Tank went into one of Oracle Switch. I think
it was Switch.
it's the safest thing, isn't it?
We have to wait
they
for
might
the
have
poll
gone
now.
to Oracle.
You think it was Oracle? Maybe.
Yeah, because it's like that. Well, we know we're not. They're not going to check Oracle straight away, and the seer is obvious.
But why keep the seer alive?
To maintain the narrative that they were shifted into. The protector might go on them, so.
Yeah. And yes, GG.
Yeah. It must have been Oracle, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It was Shane as well.
The Morpheus was a shapeshifter and could have gotten out of that. I'm proud of that.
I mean, Neo was definitely right. So we got Neo right.
So I was thinking that Morpheus wasn't because of reasons. I was pretty sure that Neo was. I was going to say not Morpheus, and then possibly so therefore Jones was the other one. What was that?
So I guess Tank shifted.
Yeah,
So
must be.
Tank shifted into Oracle. Morpheus is the original Morpheus? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. That would be a request for enhancement.
Yeah, he was tank.
Yeah. We knew that.
Oh, I see. You want to know if Morpheus was a shift at any point?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It just seems odd that they didn't choose to shift when there was two wolf tracks on them. They lynched one of them, the Bloodletter. Yeah, I would have hightailed it out of there as soon as possible.
We get enough for another game, do we reckon? Probably. Given that there were 12 people there. Only one, two. I've already claimed that they were. Sorry, Shane. Sorry.
I mean, you played a good shift, Shane. So good, well done on that bit. But we'd sussed you as tank.
Yeah. And I did also say at one point that Oracle was a top choice for you to shift into. So I don't feel too bad about saying that you shifted into Trinity, into Switch.
But no, shifting into Oracle's fine.
Yeah. Don't scroll on that window. Stop it. I just want to see the commentary on both. This is one thing, is that the post-game chat goes between two games as soon as you load up the.
I'm potentially in the Discord chat, so not the Discord, the Twitch chat as well.
Yes, although
my ability
most people are not chatting because, well, it's delayed. 6. Can we make it a 7? I'm surprised that it's that's a 50% cut from a 12 game. I guess we have just hit 5 o'clock in UK time or 6 o'clock in Europe time. Yeah, they were definitely going to kill us.
There's no way they're not going to go for the confirmed villager there.
Well, they could just not kill.
Why would you? You've already got the protector who's going to 100% believe mouse. You know that there's conflict between Oracle and Switch because they are both conflicting each other. So you have to make a decision between those two. It's better to have two people help with that decision.
Yeah. If you go for some mouse and the mouse gets protected though, then not kill would be kill would actually throw more confusion in, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think it helps because, like I say, the lines have already been drawn.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You've got someone claiming to see it with a wolf check on someone saying, "Well, I'm not. I'm the bloodletter's dead." So you know that the wolf is between one of those two. The other two are therefore implicitly cleared by that. You're better off having two people who trust each other completely decide between them.
Well, let's address this in the chat, in the Twitch chat. Yeah, we are streaming Werewolves, which is written by Mark, has been going a lot longer than the app version. The app version is limited to people on phones. This is actually a little bit more inclusive. And we built, Mark built this based on the fact that we played Werewolves actually in real life. Yeah, I've never played the app version because why would I? This version already existed. I mean, it's good that people are playing Werewolf out there. That's always good. But personally, I would prefer them to come and play this version, which works perfectly well on mobile. That's that.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I try to encourage players on this to put effort into the games because you get what you put in out of it, so that you have to think deeply about what's going on in this game.
Discord, which Discord. There we go. So yeah, hopefully in a minute and a half's time you'll have all that answered. But yeah, the site has been there for a long time, and there's a lot of discussion and a lot of meta that is built into this site. And a hell of a lot of game options.
Oh yes, so many. I'm thinking of making a rotation for the big games, and saying these things are excluded, outright excluded, guaranteed to not be in the game, just to reduce the amount of stuff that is there for people at the moment. Because I've been working on this for so many years, it's had a lot of stuff added to it over the years.
Yeah.
And the learning curve is like that.
it is a bit at this point. There are certain games that you can join in on, and certain games that if you've not played this version, then yeah, you need to kind of be introduced to it on some of the easier games. Okay, I will increase the volume of the various mics. I will try and move this one a bit closer to me again. Yeah, where's Mark's? Mark can be boosted a bit as well. Okay, cool. Thanks for the feedback. There we go. Yes, so I'll also try and speak a bit louder and boost my volume to there as well. Okay, cool. Is that any better? Hopefully, yes. Oh well, welcome to the werewolf community, so to speak, and do feel free to sign up to this version of Werewolves, and yeah, hope your streams go well as well. Yeah, we're still only at 6 though. This is a bit of a shame. Someone has to read over the whole post game before they will play another. I like it. Absolutely, yeah, huge. I think the more people playing Werewolf, especially online Werewolf, as we currently are all stuck inside, the more people, the better playing. It's all good. That's a good question in the lobby actually. Is there a way to go back and read the dead chat or werewolf chat? I think does Shane's archive thing allow that? Also, Mark, you appear to have gone silent. I don't know whether that's a mute on your side or on Discord. But I can't hear you. Okay, so the archive does have, I will continue talking about this, the archive indeed does have those things. Mark is reconnecting.
Can you hear me now?
And I can hear you perfectly. There we go.
Okay, I didn't change anything. Discord just decided that...
If only we knew someone who worked on the Discord service who could... Yeah, anyway.
So what I was saying, probably didn't hear then, was that I think there's plenty of room for multiple werewolf games out there, because there's so many different things you can do, and different things fit for different people. So. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's great that there's other streamers out there streaming werewolves, and cross-pollination I think is probably a good thing. Absolutely. With previously, I have done kind of crossover events with other werewolf communities, because obviously people have been playing it on forums for years. But that requires a moderator to do all of the work manually, which can suck sometimes. So we had a crossover with a couple of forum sites where we went to play on their site and they came to play on ours, and we saw how different the metas could be. Nice. It's very interesting. And I mean, the game already has built-in nighttime chat. It's probably worth talking about that, about side channels and how tacitly discouraged they are. We can't ban people for having side chats. That would be ridiculous. But at least in this version of Werewolves, it's very much discouraged to have. It's outright against the rules. It's not discouraged. It is banned. It's hard to police, but thankfully a lot of the community, like 99% of the players that come to the site, are open and honest and just want to play a good game. Yeah. And don't want to win by cheating. Yeah, and I think that's a thing about people who play werewolves, is that if you want to have a good game, then you're not going to have a want to cheat. I mean, there are people who will go to werewolf games in person and open their eyes during the night or peek through their hands. And I had to ban someone from one of the leads groups because they literally were opening their eyes during the night to try and figure out what was going on. Why bother? It defeats the point of the game. It really does. And yeah, it just seems like some people do want to do that, but they seem to be relatively rare, which is a good thing as far as I'm concerned.
Okie dokie, new game, variable length days and nights. Okay, let me copy and paste across whilst you talk about the adjudicator and Tanner. He says just as he takes a glance.
And indeed the items. So this is inspired by something that we used to do when we didn't have enough players for a good normal game of Werewolf, shall we say. So seven or so people. We invented a game called Doubles, where you would get 2 cards. So you might be a villager and a villager, which would give you an extra life, or you might be a wolf and a seer, which meant you were a seer on the team of the wolves, and the village didn't have a seer, so you couldn't fully trust the information that was there. And because the double villagers had 2 lives, the game lasted a little bit longer. So this is my attempt at making something similar here using items. So the adjudicator is like a seer. They get a check, but they check to see whether a person can kill or not. So all werewolves can kill, so they come back with a positive check. But if you hold a weapon, that will also come back as a positive check. There's the Shon rune, which will give a seer check, and that's been randomly assigned. And the wolf pelt will screw with that. So the wolf pelt is a type of armor, but you'll appear as a werewolf to any kind of seer checks. And there's 2 weapons that have been randomly assigned: crossbow and poison darts. So does that all make sense?
Yep. The only thing missing then is the Akarum rune.
Yes, that's been in games this stream. It can be used once per game, and it makes the next day very, very short.
Yes, I don't think it got used, but it was in the game.
I think it did, which is weird. It's good because it stifles conversation, and conversation is what you want the village not to be doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they'll kill. So the werewolf most likely hit somebody with armor.
Pelt broke. There we go. And Joe was poisoned. And what?
So yeah, Ruth is there, I think, claiming the Shon rune, but he's already said it's pelt broke.
Yeah, I mean, had she got a wolf check on somebody else, that would have been fantastic.
But there is a Tanner with a wolf pelt.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, also, yeah, the shapeshifter iron collar. Forgot to mention that.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. That means that they need to be lynched twice, because the first lynch will fail.
Which allows them to shift even once they've been killed.
But if somebody has still got a crossbow, then they can use it to kill them that night.
Yeah. And Evil is claiming to have the crossbow, and Buzz is claiming the darts. Everyone's claiming everything. Wow. Oof.
That's a dangerous claim to make.
Yeah, claiming the darts means they will go to the wolves. Because there's no protector.
Yep.
So
the armor is the only extra.
It's sad.
This is why you should always read the setup, Ruth.
Mistakes were made.
Indeed.
I mean, again, a nice one to do as a wolf, if you see that your kill didn't die, is to immediately say that your pelt had broke.
Absolutely, but there's no counterclaim to do it. So,
True. Yeah. 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 No counterclaim. So.
Right. It is a tough one. If your target doesn't die, there's 50-50. It's a Tanner or it's a villager. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The Tanner might not claim that the pelt broke.
True.
Because the Tanner wants to do suspicious things, so they might think, okay, well, I'll start by not telling the truth.
Yeah, and claiming that your pelt broke as the Tanner is both a good and a bad thing. So the good thing is that it's like, well, wait, the Tanner also has a wolf pelt. Oh, didn't think of that. Versus, yeah.
I'd be very tempted to go after that crossbow.
Go after the crossbow first and then the darts?
Absolutely, yeah.
But they might pass on the darts, just in case you did that.
They can use it. The darts have got 3 charges. So, given that Buzz has already used one, I think he's going to go for it again. But then none of them are guaranteed. The way the poison works isn't a guaranteed kill.
Yeah.
Whereas the additional kill from the crossbow, I think, is more powerful.
They wanted the darts.
So there's probably 1 charge of the poison left because there's Mr. Weed aiming it.
Yeah, we didn't actually mention the poison also roadblocks you.
Oh Christ!
We didn't actually explain the poison at all.
Okay, so the way that the poison works is the poison darts have got 3 charges, and you can use them 3 times in the game basically, but you can only use it once per night. So you can't go bang 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 in one night, for example. Once you're poisoned, you will remain poisoned for 3 nights or until you die. Every day after you're poisoned, there is a 50% chance that you'll be roll blocked and a 25% chance that you'll die. So I think if my maths is right, it's a slightly less than 50% chance that you'll die over the 3 days of being poisoned.
Yeah. You see, Evil Monkey said he didn't use the crossbow, but he also didn't pass the crossbow. If I were him, I would have passed it to Ruth. Because we've got 2 claimed, sort of confirmed villagers there, that you can start passing things between the 2 of them. But,
It's dangerous to hold it because the wolf getting these items starts to get pretty bad pretty quickly.
yeah. I mean, I would also... it is possible that Buzz was a wolf.
And shifted?
And shifted?
No, I don't think so. No one counterclaimed the wolf pelt being broke. also he had 0 heat on him. He can't get rechecked for at least a couple of nights, and he's unlikely to get rechecked again. He already had a cover story that the pelt broke, and that it had been said before Ruth claimed the check. There was 0 heat on Buzz. I think there was no reason for him to. If he did shift, he's gone from a strong position into a random position.
Yeah. Yeah, I think going after the darts and then the crossbow. I mean, Evil, it's not that you're going to shoot tonight or maybe die. You may die. Shooting or not is completely irrelevant.
Yeah,
I would shoot.
I think you're the target tonight, but we shouldn't have been saying things.
Yeah. I mean, someone already said it in chat as well. So.
Okay. But that's why I would have gone for. That's why I would have gone for the crossbow soon, I think. Although there's a chance that Evil Monkey would have used the crossbow last night and you get nothing. You know you're at least getting 1 dart if you target was Killington. So at least you're guaranteed something rather than maybe nothing.
Yeah, I would say I would go for both. Try and get the darts so that you've got that and hope that the crossbow doesn't get used.
It's not going to get used for 2 nights. It's definitely going to get used.
It's definitely going to get used now.
I think so.
I would hope. Ooh.
Unless Evil Monkey had a pelt.
Adjudicator. Quick. Be quick. The day is shorter. Somebody gave me an item. Oh, why would you say that?
I think Evil Monkey might be the tanner, you know.
Oh, maybe.
Or Mr. Weed is the tanner here.
Mr. Weed can't kill, neither can Joe. Did I put the names?
Really, because they didn't have items, it's probably the tanner. Who's the wolf?
Francis. Yeah, I'm with Ruth. He has a Clula? Oh, collar. I was like, what? I get Ruth is doing the whole screaming thing, which but yeah, I think Ruth's right. I think Evil Tanner, Francis Wolf, she's adjudicator, uncontested. So
shift into Evil Monkey if I was Francis. Shit, I should have said that.
I mean, You've got a minute and a half. I think the night will be shorter than that, hopefully.
Yeah, but if he does that next day, quick change your mind.
True. Yes, we shouldn't. On the small games, it's very important for us not to interfere.
When he gets to final 3, to not.
Oof.
Doesn't matter. Finally used it.
Uh-huh. Nice. The wolf had the bow to start with.
That's also possible. It was randomly assigned.
Yeah, I think Evil Monkey did lean into that Tanner role. That was really clever, actually. I think it was a good play. Nicely done. Well, 5:36 at your time, I guess.
Yeah,
And
I guess
I suspect we won't get another game out of this group.
so. Yeah, we'll leave it there for this week.
Yep. I am up for doing something in a fortnight's time if we want to during the
I'll have to
lockdown
check.
do it more frequent.
Yeah, I'll have to check my calendar to see if I'm out next. In a fortnight's time. Yeah, I'm good. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
let's stay.
Interesting fact. Fortnite is a Britishism for the Americans and the Canadians and the other non-Brits. Fortnite is 2 weeks.
Yes. Why is it?
Oh.
What's the etymology of the word?
It's really interesting because there's also some other words. There is like another. There's another word that's sort of very similar. That's like fort month or something like that, which is even weirder.
Which means 3 months, not 2 months.
Probably. But yes, I've had some very confused looks from other non-native speakers saying, "What the hell's a fortnight?"
Yeah, now they think it's a game. But,
Yeah. Yep. No.
I'll look it up afterwards.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you everyone for watching along on the stream. The bits and everything.
Thank you everybody for your participation. This helps. This works because you come and play. So please do come along in 2 weeks' time.
Absolutely.
I feel like I need to reward Oracle, OG Oracle from last game for the well play. It did amuse me greatly.
Yes.
Yeah. So in next week during the evening at some point, I'm going to start work on making this new game mode. I think.
Okay. Cool.
And I would like to, invite a few people to come and help with the design for it, and we'll watch it happen. So it will be based on the stuff that was added for April Fools, which includes the neighbours mechanic, dynamite, and some non-inert Acme paperweights, which explode if things get near them that are explodey.
Fantastic.
I have a rough idea for how the game mode can work, but we'll iron out the details next week.
Cool. Excellent. So I've put in the chat the Mark's Twitch, so you can join in on follow him on there. And yeah, until next time.
Yep.
Bye bye from me.
And bye bye from me. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.